Hiya, I'm back. So, I've decided with these Am I an Arseholes, we'll do different themes, because we don't want it all to be the same. But we'll do themes, I decided to do themes on things I know about. So, this one is going to be about autism, and being a parent of an autistic child. So, this one I found on Reddit. The title is Am I an Arsehole for putting my autistic daughter in a group home and leaving the country? I mean, already that sounds awful, doesn't it? I mean, come on. It's quite a long one, so I'll read half of it, and then I'll talk, and then I'll read half, and we'll talk about it, yeah? So, thank you for watching, and I'll start. So, I don't really understand the first bit. I think she's saying that she is a 48-year-old female and her daughter is 20 years old and her daughter is severely autistic. I've spent the last nearly 21 years since she was born in a perpetual state of taking care of an increasingly growing and incredibly strong infant. My ex, a 49-year-old male, divorced me when she was 4. He did not bother fighting for custody. He said he was going to elect to do visitation because he wanted to save me lawyer money. And then when he was supposed to visit, he didn't. He saw her a total of 7 times in the first 8 years of our divorce. So I was on my own. Sorry, judgmental already. Shaking my head. I'm sorry. So I was on my own. I got myself back into the workplace and I work for a real estate investment company with offices here and abroad. But I was still overwhelmed working and dealing with my daughter's needs. I've had to deal with everybody else's 2 cents about all these resources available. They'd spend 2 seconds copy and pasting the search results under Help for Autistic Parents and expect me to come back a day later and tell them they've solved all my problems with their research. The problem is they aren't witnessing the waiting lists, understaffing, underfunding, and everything else that stands in the way of help. I have given up my social, romantic life, and many of my career-achieving goals I've had because of her. So, I decided that when my daughter turned 18, things would change. Surprisingly, my ex started coming round when she was 16 and said that he wants to step up. He offered to help me make plans for when she turned 18, including figuring out how to set her up to receive disability payments and navigating group home options. Right, so I'll stop reading for now and just say thoughts. Straight away, I don't like this woman. I don't. Because she's just complaining about being a parent. And, I know it's hard because autism, such a big spectrum. Obviously, her daughter must be severely autistic. And it is hard. My son is severely autistic. It's impossible. You just do what you got to do. But I don't like this woman, I'm sorry. Because she's just whinging about, I want my life, I want this, I want that. You've got a daughter, deal with it. It's with you for life. I've had to come to terms with it. Doesn't sound like she has at all. Sounds like she's doing everything she can to escape. And, well, what about the title? Putting my autistic daughter in a group home to leave the country. Selfish. So yes, I am going to be very judgmental on this because, as I said, I've got a severely autistic son and it is difficult, especially as a single parent. Very difficult. And yeah, you don't have a life. One thing I do agree with her though, completely, is everybody's 2 cents. I'm sorry, friends and family. You do it. And I know you do it from the bottom of your heart and I do appreciate it, don't get me wrong. But yeah, it's you don't see what's behind closed doors. You don't see all the paperwork I have to fill out, all the phone calls, the constant fucking having to fight for it. It's like, yeah, you can send me all this information, but then you have to ring them up, and then you speak to the wrong person, then you have to speak to the other person, then there's a queue, and then you finally speak to them, and then there's a waiting list, and then there's another waiting list, and then there's another waiting list. It's just non-stop. And she's right, yeah, people will just constantly say like, oh, but we've helped you with this, we've helped you with that, you can easily do this thing. No, you cannot. Not as an autistic parent, you can't do anything. You can't have a life. Not at all. I mean, what does she say here? Yeah, giving up social. Sorry, big pause there. Very unprofessional. Yeah, I've given up my social, romantic life, and many of my career advancement goals. Yeah, we do, as I said. You don't have a life as an autistic person. Your life is when they're in school. If you're lucky that they're in school. I am lucky. He's in an amazing school. And then that's when I have to run around like a lunatic and clean the house and get the food in and make sure everything's good for him for when he comes home. And have my social life at the same time. But you make it work. It's just what you do. But she's complaining about it. And I understand where she's coming from. Like, obviously, I have days like that too. But I wouldn't put it on the internet. I wouldn't feel that badly about it. I have to put on the internet, like, I want this life, I want that life, blah, blah, blah. I don't seriously... I would move back to Holland if I could. Of course I could. Am I going to ditch my son? No. Never. But we're only halfway through. So that's just me having a little rant about it all. Because I obviously go through it. So this is why I picked it. Maybe I shouldn't have picked it. We'll see. Anyway. I had the opportunity for years to work abroad as part of the company I've been in for over a decade because of my proficiency in German. I've been unable to do that beyond sporadic business trips. My ex and I agreed that when she was off a group home wait list, he would take her. I started taking long business trips abroad but still had an apartment here and sent my ex money for caregiving. Red flag. I need to get some flags, don't I? Finally, after 2 years, a spot opened up. A few weeks after she was placed, my ex told me he wanted to move states to be with his girlfriend. Another red flag. Meanwhile, I accepted a long-term assignment abroad and broke my lease. My support groups lashed out at me and claimed that I need to once again stay in the US because they claim I'm not accessible. Bad apple caregivers might get ideas and gave me a whole list of ways to keep the accountable, including apparently establishing a rapport and visiting at different times but consistently that I cannot do while abroad. I don't really understand that paragraph. I don't know if I'm just being really dumb. Support groups lashing out at her. I understand lashing out at her because you're leaving the country. You're not going to be there for these random strangers looking after your daughter, and you're not. I think that's what they mean, yeah. Establishing a rapport and visiting at different times. I'm guessing they're saying the people might be really dodgy and you'll never know because you won't be there. Right, final paragraph. I've been enjoying my job and life for the first time when I thought I'd never have the chance. I have a few friends I can actually commit to plans with now. I've gone out with co-workers, out on dates, had fun for once. I decided to stay abroad, and my ex, when I asked if he could take the not-too-bad drive back up to check on our daughter, he got defensive and said this is both of us starting new chapters. Am I the arsehole? Yeah. Sorry, love. You are an arsehole. You're both arseholes. You and the dad. The dad is just, like I said, it's just one red flag after the other. He's not in her life. Then he decides he wants to be in his life. Oh, wait, I've got a girlfriend now. No, I'm not going to be in her life. Oh, I'll take care of her, but oh no, girlfriend, I'm not going to be in her life. Very inconsistent, not good at all. Especially if he's going to live nearby and, the mom's going abroad, you'd think he would have sorted something out. But no. And then she, again, very selfish. I understand it, I do. She's had a taste of what real life is like again, and she likes it. I'd kill for that. And you wouldn't want to go back, would you? But you have to. It's your child. Of course you would go back. Wouldn't you? Am I just being daft? I don't know. I might be being silly. But to me, I said I could have moved back to Holland if I wanted to. But there's no way I could, because Josh wouldn't be able to move there. The schools they have are completely different. He wouldn't adjust. It just wouldn't work. I don't think I'd even be able to get him on the plane, let alone to live there. No, it's just not possible. So I've not even been back there just for the taste of life, because, you know, that's what I used to do. I'd go over to visit people and then I'd end up living there a couple of years ago again. No, it's sad, but it's life. It's just what you have to do. Anyway, there is an update. Thank you. Long-term assignments for my company typically involves 2 years or more. I am living in Belgium right now, so regular visits would have to be over video chats, and the staff there seem to struggle a bit with doing the video chats on time, or have their hands full, so they have to postpone it. However, I'm trying to get my ex to make the hour-and-a-half drive, hopefully once a year, or ideally twice a year, but he's asking that I reimburse his mileage and pay him the caregiving rate I've been giving him for when he spends time with her. And that is the end of the post. Do you even want to go through that last paragraph? I mean... Sorry, I said a bad word. But Jesus Christ. She's in Belgium. She's left the country. She's ditched her daughter into a home. It sounds a bit dodgy how the staff can't get the video calls on time. I mean, they must be busy, run off their feet. But at the same time, if they say they're going to do something on time and you have to reinsure that, you know, they're looking after the daughter properly, they would do it. That sounds a bit weird to me. I could be overthinking things. And the dad needs to be paid to go see his daughter an hour and a half away. I'm guessing this is America again. An hour and a half away, and he has to be paid to go and see her. Because that's not a big distance in America, is it? That's not a big drive. That's the same state as far as I know. Well, it depends where. But, you know. It's ridiculous. Red flags on both sides. Come on, people. Think of the kids. What's that song? Do it for the kids, yeah. Blink-182. I mean, there's other songs as well. But come on. I think I've said my piece. But I just thought I'd share you this Am I an Arsehole story. And to me, both parents are arseholes. Sorry, but I really do think so. And I'll leave you at that. Thanks for listening.